Hi there, friends. How is it going? Good morning and greetings to all of you. My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 19 of Let's Play Eternal Eyes for the PlayStation 1. So, in our last episode, we learned that in order to save Elena, who had stood in front of the blade that was wielded against Luke himself, we need to revisit the Lost, I think it's called the Lost Woods, the Lost Forest. Who even knows? I feel like every single RPG and its mother has that type of area that you have to eventually navigate, whether it's called the Lost Plains, the Lost Woods, the Lost Desert, the Lost this, the Forbidden that. So, not that I mind that they recycled that general theme of it being an area that is kind of shrouded in mystery and you're not entirely sure what is at the end, or I guess really deeply entrenched within it. I'm okay with this being a theme in this game as well. But anyway, we just received confirmation that it isn't a savanna. It is not a jungle, but it is actually a forest. So let's dive in, and immediately looks like some shit did go down here with Luke saying, no, this forest, it's different from the last time. It looks like maybe someone was looking for something and they fucked it up. I really don't know, but it's certainly not as whimsical and relaxing as what I recall. So as for our team of puppets here, we're still keeping the same squad that we had in our last batch of episodes. Again, I talked to you guys about this quite extensively throughout the last few episodes before we had concluded our first recording session, but I personally don't see an advantage to switch out Raj, Abi, and Harash with any of our extra puppets that we have, so we're just gonna probably keep it going with these three until we reach the end of the game. Or I guess I shouldn't say that there's not a chance I'd ever switch them out, but as it stands right now, I think these will be the three that will see us through to the end, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I don't have anything to equip. I don't have anything to... I'm trying to make sure... I think we're good to go, and even if we're not, you know what? We'll make it work. I don't think we've yet faced off against anyone or anything that's made me regret not tapping into any of my new equipment or making sure that I'm not behind on equipment at the shops. But Misty Forest, ooh. I can see the fairy Nas through the mist. I will come to you, my sister. And yes, I guess Luke's also offering up another piece of the recap that it is the fairy named Nas who we're trying to reach, because I don't know if she just has like a wand and she can wave it and Elena will be fine, or if she has like a powder that we can mix and get that going. I really don't know, but we've got Fuwato. I think we've seen a pink version of this in the past, and then another colored version of the Moose Moose. Wait, I shouldn't say another one. So one is called Moose Moose, right? And then one is Moosku, and then this one is Little Moosku. So I don't really know what we're looking at, friends. But, oh, I should probably make sure they don't have any magic that's going to fuck me up. Oh, but they've got one called Messiah. Throws more than one fireball. A medium amount of damage results. Well, that's cool. We haven't seen that one before. But we have Mahammer ourselves, so we won't belabor this by even reading the description for that. But let's see. Fuwatu... Oops, I did not mean to click back. I'm going to have to get used to these controls, y'all. So we've got Shaker. Throws a huge SW, a large amount of damage results. That doesn't sound good. And then Medi. Restores a small amount of HP to you and your companions. I think we also have a healing spell that we recently unlocked, but I don't think it's called Medi. But we've already seen that different spells, depending on what elements, I guess, or I shouldn't call them elements, but what orb or what have you, it ends up being attributed to, it impacts what it's called. Okay, so Luke, let's see here. I don't remember actually what he has equipped. So am I working with something that's ranged? So-so. So we've seen that the lances, they do have a bit more range than the sword, but not as much as like the bow and arrow, which is fair. And I can't be mad about it. So we'll just move over here and attack the, I think it's called the Little Moosku. Kind of a waste getting a level up here because his HP was already fine, but I guess it's not anything that I'm going to worry too much about. But alright, friends, let's see. I've got to reacclimate myself here. Oh, here we go. Amity is what we've got over here. and it is green power, and it also restores HP. So different from the normal Medi that we just saw. But as I was starting to say, I have to reacclimate myself to the mechanics of this game, since my other LP that is, oh God, I don't have an AoE for you, do I? You know what? We'll make it work. We will make it work. Except I need to move in order to make it work. Ha ha ha. But the other LP that is in rotation for me is totally different console. So you guys have to excuse me if it takes me an episode or two to realize what the hell I'm actually doing. Okay, we'll try to kill this one. As you guys know, plan of action for me historically is just to take out one person at a time. That's less bullshit that's coming our way. I think that is the way to go. Alrighty, I know that Abby is packing some damage, so we can actually do, I'm pretty sure I've got at least 2 AoEs on my whole team, and they both might be on him, maybe not. I just need to quickly scroll through. So I've got another MP restoration. Oh, here it is, Tempura. I don't know if we even got to see that. Oh no, they're a little too far apart for me to get 3 of them, but that's okay. We should for sure kill the one little Musku that we're casting it on, and then there should be some spillover that will do some mad damage to the, and there you go, friends. And another level, not the most opportune time for that, but I will still take it. Again, for those of you who may be joining me for the very first time and you didn't even watch the first 18 episodes of this LP that we've gotten up, okay, let me actually focus before I try to go off on a tangent here about leveling up and how it refills HP. Do I want to try? I don't think I'm gonna reach, so I'm just gonna physically attack. Okay, what I was starting to say is that I almost feel like it's a bit better for you to hit those levels after a couple of turns have gone down, or after the fight's been a bit more prolonged. And oh my God, I think, 3 people leveled up from this first batch of turns for us? And that is because, and what I'm referring to is the fact that I think it's better for the levels to kind of come through after a few turns. I think it's better because of the fact, oh my God, the animation was so cute. Oh, that's adorable. Because it'll end up refilling your HP and MP gauges. So it doesn't mean as much. Honestly, I should just be blunt and say it's kind of useless to have everything replenished when you've only taken 1 turn and you haven't used a whole lot of MP and you haven't taken any damage yet. So those are my thoughts on that. It's not the end of the world. We've seen that the difficulty in this game is more than likely going to remain fairly low, if not in an infrequent incident or 2, we might see ourselves, you know, I'm just gonna throw Luke right up here in the fray. In an infrequent moment or 2, we might find ourselves with a medium amount of struggle, but more than likely that will not be the situation that we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and take out these last douche canoes. I feel like we're gonna just blast on through this. And do I really not have, is Gustoa an AoE? I guess it's not. That's a little crazy, but we'll just make it work. For some reason, I could have sworn, that Raj also had an AoE, but it might just be Abby and Haresh that do. Oh, and I can't even move you anymore, so we're gonna hang tight. We'll make this work. I'm just gonna use Tempura again. I promise I will try to switch it up for you guys and keep it fresh and funky moving forward, but we wanna clear out these guys as quickly as possible. I'm very interested in seeing why the Lost Forest changed like this. I don't know if it means some shady business has gone down, or if the fairy perhaps is testing us and she's trying to, I guess, enshroud that. Oh my gosh, can I even? All right, well, I guess I'm hitting this one then, and that's just gonna have to be how it has to be. So take him out, Haresh. He does a lot of physical damage. I somewhat unintentionally ended up scaling up a lot of that for him. So even though I think his magic it's pretty potent as well, more than likely we'll be using him to do a lot of just the up-in-your-face physical DPS for enemies. So just wanted to throw that out there. That's why I'm having Haresh kind of run around the map like this. But back to what I was musing aloud about. I'm quite curious if oh no, Luke's not going to be able to reach this thing. How lame. But he should almost be dead. Oh, well, not almost dead, but he's getting there. He's getting there. Let's see if I can do something new. Let's cast, how about Gravito? Just throw it on him. I don't think it'll really make a difference. But it would be interesting to me to learn, did someone come and like fuck with the shit that was here? Or was it an issue of the fairy knowing that we were coming and she wants to make sure that Luke truly has what it takes and is worthy of her time and the energy that it's going to take for her to restore Elena? Oh, it's this one that also has Elysian, I think has a bit of spillover. That's what I'm seeing anyway from me hovering it over this creature, and then you can see there's like a yellow bar behind it. So I think this one has the center plus one grid around it that you can feasibly receive from casting it. So there we go. There is another AoE-ish there. But I mean, nothing too extraordinary. But it's nice to at least confirm before the end of this fight that I wasn't full of shit. Abi does have more than one that can attack / damage opponents. And we're just getting jewels, which I'm not mad about it, but it's very fascinating. I was hoping to get some new little trinkets and treasures, but we're all stocked up. Obviously, they couldn't even handle us the way we were, so I probably should just take my jewels and be happy. But alrighty, Lukey Dookie, let's get out of here. No more levels. I mean, we started off with everyone getting powered up there, and the way that we will go ahead and call this quitsies is by throwing some orbs at some folks. I don't know if we have enough to feasibly scale anyone up, but it's worth at least taking a peek and just seeing. Now, we were able to kind of confirm that there are almost recipes, if you will, to evolving your puppets. Now, nobody has shared with us the details of this. It's something that we've just kind of figured out, and I know a few of you have looked it up and kind of confirmed, like, yeah, Rabbit, your assessment was accurate. So, I don't know. Again, we're just going to blindly throw some shit and hope for the best. So, Blue Beast will just tack that onto Haresh, and we see that it did end up resetting what he had, which is not ideal, but whatever. They're gaining more spells, and I guess that's all I can really ask for. And wow, that did nothing for either of them. So possibly a waste, but like I said, it's all good. We'll just go back. We'll kind of alternate between the two fellas here. Oh, he learned poison. I don't know if we've seen that effect yet, have we? We'll make sure we check that out. That might be the first time. Oh, shit. So this just increases stats. I mean, they might be capped out in what they can learn. So his MR went up, magic resistance, and that's kind of uncool because it once again reset the series of orbs that we had accumulating on him and kind of the queue we had going for his next evolutionary form, which I don't know if we're going to see it because I don't want to spoil myself and look up actual recipes for what it takes to evolve your puppet to the next stage. I kind of like it just being a surprise, but at the same time, I wish the game would throw us a bone and share a little bit more of the specifics with us. But okay, was it Haresh who just got the new poison? He did. So it is a pink spell, and we see that it decreases magic defense for a certain amount of time. So I don't know if this means that there is no dot effect or damage over time effect or not. We see that it does have an actual status effect that it applies, but does it not do anything in addition to that? Interesting. I'll try to make a mental note. You guys know me, I am so scatterbrained and I always have so much to share with you, but I will try to have us utilize poison within our first round of turns when we come back together in episode number 20. So with all of that being done, I mean, I know we're a little early on time, but I feel it'd be a bit wonky to go ahead and just dive headfirst into another fight that could very well be another 15 minutes. I'm trying to spare you guys, so we'll ease back into it, and if we're just flying through these next few fights, maybe we'll try to squeeze 2 into our upcoming episode. But until then, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. As I mentioned at the start of this episode, my name is Rabbit. This is my semi-blind playthrough of Eternal Eyes for the PlayStation 1, and I'm so happy to be hunkered down and getting started with another recording session of this series for you and for the channel. So take care, be good, and I will see you in just a moment in episode number 20.